Hello everybody, welcome again to English by Reportage. It's been some time since I haven't put any new video on my YouTube channel, Violeta English by Reportage, because I've been very busy with work, with commuting. I stopped the shooting because I realized I didn't have a phone, or actually I'm improvising and I'm using an earphone for the moment because I don't have any other type of microphone to amplify my voice. So as I've told you, I've been kind of busy, and that's why I haven't come up with any new video on my YouTube channel. Those who follow my Facebook or Instagram know that the job that I have at the moment implies commuting a lot. I'm an English teacher, but I teach in a school which is pretty far away from the city where I live, and I have to commute for a few hours per day. So this takes me a lot of time, and that's why in the evening I get home pretty late and I have to prepare for the next day. I wake up very early in the morning, and it makes things difficult for me to be able to, work on new videos. I have actually putting on the channel some new videos implies shooting them, recording them. Afterwards I have to edit them in a program, and afterwards I post them on YouTube. Well, today I would like to talk very shortly about one specific idea. And this idea is connected to the topic of words in English language. And maybe a secondary idea would be the pronunciation or the accent in English. The first one, the topic. It's quite an important subject, and I'm gonna come back with a more detailed lesson on the subject. Uh, a lesson which will come with explanations, which will come with some technical details, grammar details. As a parenthesis, grammar is my favorite part of the English language. So the topic is in English is a very specific one. So if you are a foreign English learner, for instance, you are a Romanian um, native, uh, as the same as I am, or maybe you are, I don't know, coming from another part of the world, you will notice there is a very important difference between the topic in your language and the topic in English language. And you have to take that into account, because many times when we use a foreign language, we have a tendency to translate word by word uh, what we, I mean, how we would express an idea in our own language, and then we translate it into the other language, and we think of that actually we speak correctly, but things are not like this, because English language has a specific topic and specific expressions, and if you use the topic in your language, or a topic which is similar to the one in your language, and if you use some expressions which are specific to your language, what will result will certainly not be the English specific way of speaking. So this is what I want to dedicate a next lesson to. And on the other hand, uh, I will return at a certain point with a lesson on pronunciation and accent. I'm not an expert in that field. It's a very specific field, actually. You have to take into account that if you come from a non-speaking English country, you can't have an accent which imitates the original British or American accent, because you weren't raised, in that environment. For instance, if you go on YouTube and you follow some fragments from the speaking test, which takes place in the Cambridge exam, you will notice that the speakers, uh, the students which take the exam, come from different parts of the world, and they have different accents, and yet that doesn't affect the percentage they get at the exam, because the examiners are aware that the students are not native speakers. So that doesn't diminish the value of their, performance of their speaking test. At the same time, you will notice that they don't use expressions which are specific to the English language, but they take expressions from their own native language and they translate them into English. But that doesn't either affect the the degree or the percentage they get at the Cambridge exam, because um, the examiners know as well that these students uh, have a tendency to take expressions from their native language and translate them into English. What actually the examiner appreciates at at Cambridge at the Cambridge exams, is the fluency of your speaking, the the grammar, and the way you use grammar, the vocabulary, and your your ability to adapt to the tasks that you have in this part of the English Cambridge test. So if you want, you can take a look on YouTube. For example, if you search for speaking test Cambridge exam, you will find some fragments from these tests, and they can help you to understand how the speaking part is regarded in such an important exam as the Cambridge exam. Or maybe it can also be adapted to IELTS exams, because there is also a speaking test. Anyway, I will return with more details about the topic in English in a next lesson. Well, I'm glad to be here with you again, and I wish you to have a good day. Goodbye.